Calm before. I found the dark, hollow manor at the center of Shenandoah National Park, like Hilda said, back in Vault 63. There's quite the menacing storm looming above it. I should head into the manor to find the entrance to her vault. Then, finally, we can meet face to face. Enter Dark Hollow Manor. I'm going to specify now. If you hear a humming in the background, I decided just to keep my AC going. It's 100 degrees outside, 91 degrees in my room. So I'm just going to keep it going. So apologies if it is disruptive. I won't know, because I'm currently in the middle of exploring this destroyed crater. Is it an earthquake? I should have killed him in one hit. You tell me he survived that? Why'd you survive that? Now you're dead. Okay. I just wasted another 15 ammo. What is that? What is that purple glow? Oh, okay. Well... Oh, gosh, that is killing me. Whatever that is killing me. Ow. There's another one. I guess I should just head straight in, huh? Don't get distracted by exploration. We'll do the exploration after I do the quest. I keep telling myself that. Hello? Hi. I keep telling myself that, and yet I keep also wanting to just explore. Where are they? They're here, apparently. They being me, I guess. No, okay, don't look around. If I look around, I'm gonna want to run off and look at stuff. Let's just head straight in. I killed this person. I don't know where their corpse was. Oh, there it is. It's too far away. It's not, but let's just go. Can I look through the windows, or... This is gigantic. I know it's a mansion or a manor, but this is gigantic. You taste my suffering? And they think I'm a ghost. Why do they think I'm a ghost? I guess I'll find out. I'm not a ghost. Okay. Why isn't this killing you guys in one hit like it should be? Okay, that's a creepy painting. I didn't have a chance to look at it, but... So if you damage them once, they explode? Is that why they're not dying in one hit? A lost champion. Because I think their health freezes and then they explode. Because that's the only reason I can justify them not dying in one hit from this. He's wearing power armor. I can see that. But much like the cold shoulder, this is a broken weapon that they gave you. Because I don't have any perks into my big guns, and this thing just kills everything instantly. Alright. I don't know why I looted all that. Oh, come on. You weren't even here a second ago. Anyone else? Okay. What is this? Is he blind, or... I don't know why his eyes look so opaque. Chinese officer sword. They didn't want someone getting out. A ladder to nothing. Why make the mansion this huge if we can't actually... That's odd. If we can't actually explore most of it. There's the Lost Champion. It's basically, the Captain Cosmos power armor, but with a different helmet. It just kind of reskinned it. Okay. Well, there's, I think, the way I'm supposed to go. Is that a note? Current orders. Oh, I didn't read an update. Hilda said the entrance to her vault is somewhere inside Dark Hollow Manor. I was about to say Manor. With the loss dealt with, I should search the place for it. Orders. Oberlin sounds familiar. We need a foothold outside of the vault. Holding the manor is essential for supply runs. Utilize any materials left over from the unfinished sectors of the vault. Fortify the atrium. Ensure you're sending someone down to report back at the end of each day. If you need backup, use the intercom in the wine cellar. Once the situation up there becomes safer, we can begin expanding outwards. Lieutenant Colonel James Oberlin. Oh, that's different. We'll leave it there in case another player needs it, because I don't know if this is instanced. There's a cigar right there. Ugh, really? Is this door inaccessible? Thanks. What about this one? No? It doesn't say it's not. I should be able to access this. To assess this. Okay, let's head on down below. It's very Eldritchy, like Dunwich Borders-esque. Lost Dweller, not a Vault Dweller, a Lost Dweller. I do use this ammo, so I might as well take that. I hear movement. The wine cellar. Is this why they gave us... Oh, never mind, we can't even drink it. As I say, is this why they gave us one of the challenges to drink?
Calling mysterious stranger. Hello? Anyone there yet? Maybe I gave bad directions. Hello?
Confirmed.
Anybody?
The people of Appalachia become the mysterious stranger in the future. No, I'm here. Boo!
Ah, a voice! Oh, yes. I remember that voice. You're here! So, here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy.
Alright, I have a lot of questions before I agree to do anything.
I promise I or someone in here will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Let's just get you inside first, okay?
Okay, get it. Get a hand. Wait, a hand?
That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem amputation and we'll be set. Just scan the hand once you've got it. I'll be on standby. Promise. Time's a ticking. Chop, chop! Ooh, sorry. Anyway, I gotta run, but I'll be back. Scan a hand! Bye!
I spoke to Hilda over an intercom again. In the manor basement. She told me I can only open the entrance to her vault if I get a lost hand and try using it on the hand scanner. I should go look for an intact lost corpse and take their hand. There was a bunch upstairs, but I'm guessing they don't register the ones I killed because there's a chance I could cremate them. I want to go in here. That guy looks like he was being dragged. So I want to know what that's about. Okay, so yeah, none of the ones I killed, only this specific one. Look at those, right here. Can I look at it? There ain't no way that's scanning. I just want to point that out. It's burnt beyond recognition. I got an intact hand from a lost corpse. I should now head to the manor basement and use it on the hand scanner to open the entrance to Vault 63. Here's hoping the hand is still fresh enough for this to work. As I just said, it's not, but... That was very gooey. Now it adds the manor to my thing. Oh, she's Stoles. Oh, Hilda Stoles is you. I just thought Stoles. I didn't know you were the overseer.
Oh, good. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough.
Why did it skip past your dialogue? Wait, you're a ghoul?
Cool? Isn't that, I don't know, a bit childish? Sure, I'm a ghoul and you're not lost. Glad we got that straightened out.
Shouldn't she not know what a ghoul is because no one knew what to call them yet? I guess they did know what to call them. It's only 20 years. I'm not one of those things, no.
Ah, good. Well, bit of a downer, actually. Got my hopes up for a second, but I digress. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo!
Hugo and Hilda Stoles. Wait, Hold on. Guessing voice actor didn't want to keep going. This is just immediate. What? He's right here. Hi, Hugo. Turns out, Hilda was a ghoul and also in a rush to leave the vault. She told me to speak to the overseer of Vault 63, Hugo, who is apparently her uncle. I should head to the overseer's office and introduce myself to him. I really wasn't expecting to just walk in on you, Hugo. How did she have a full head of hair? But my boy here don't. One more sec.
New animals up there.
Just,
Good reading.
So logically, they shouldn't be using caps as money, as currency, because they have been in their vault for 20 years and don't.
Science and
No.
discoveries and new.
They,
We're coming. Bitte komm rein. My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us?
I mean, I'm here because Hilda invited me, not for a fight.
Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You are a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise.
I was just thinking, how does he know I'm from 76 when there's 6 vaults here? What makes you think I'm from Vault 76?
Oh, don't be silly. You certainly aren't from any of the others nearby. There's no need to be coy. I think we can both gather why I'd come to such a conclusion.
No, actually I don't. Does he know what experiments were going on in the other vaults to know why I'm from 76? Yeah, that's right. I'm from Vault 76.
Wunderbar. Kismet even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort.
Something tells me there's a catch. I want to ask about the caps, but I would actually just say something tells me there's a catch, so that's what I'm going to say.
No catch. Just opportunity. As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind.
Alright, sure. I'm a natural at that kind of thing.
Fantastic. I'm pleased to hear it. Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stolz, overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stolz Enterprises, respected member of Vault Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly.
So if he was on the board, he did know about the other experiments at the other vaults. Okay. Happy to be on board, Mr. Stoles.
Oh, please. Hugo is just fine.
Hugo.
Now, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less, but I promise your first task will help you answer much. Speak with our Chief of Security, James T. Oberlin, and fetch me his latest situation report. I'd like to have him vet you a bit before we proceed any further. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer questions for you about our current predicament while you're at it.
Fine, but you better have some answers. No, I'll do my best, Hugo.
You'll do splendidly, I'm sure.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Why are you petting that stack of papers? A warning. Johnny, we are pleased with the work you are doing as head of the janitorial department. It is not an easy task to keep a vault. Let me mute them up, sorry. It is not an easy task to keep a vault of this size clean. The dedication of you and your staff has been noted, and we are all thankful for your endeavors. That said, we have received numerous reports from security officers citing the overly cautious nature of several janitors in the meteorology sector. They're underground. How are they? Might I remind you that there is much security sensitive information in this area, and that your staff are expected to keep their prying eyes and ears to themselves at all times. As head of this workforce, we trust that you will ensure this is the case in the future. Remember, as the old saying goes, "Ornung ista able Leben, or put plainly, order is half of life." From the desk of Hugo and Cassidy Stoles. Should I just call him Hugo even though he said Hugo? Probably.
What would Cassie do?
Guessing Cassie's dead.
The new animals up there. Any of them?
Run along now. We really must have the Chief of Security speak with you. We wouldn't want Fox to get into a henhouse, so to speak.
Oh, was Cassidy the overseer?
Cassie,
Not you. Because this is her terminal. I will be taking this step.
Animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
Vault 63 terminal note. To be placed in storage until Cassidy begins to feel her old self again. Oh, has she gone feral? Hugo. Hugo. I'm just going to say Hugo.
what would Cassie do?
So typically they're bottom to top in order. So draft. Apologies. Brian. Thank you for raising your concerns with Hugo and I the other evening. We agree that the specifics raised during the town hall meeting were too vague to quash all fears in these trying times. We will speak with our lawyers about a follow-up meeting for you and the other members of the
Landslide around the bench.
of the Dark Hollow Falls community. As a token of gratitude, Hugo and myself have hired movers and trucks to aid everyone on the day of the big move. Someone will be in touch with you to discuss the details. Our families share a rich history together, and we cannot thank you enough for your insight and connection to this great park that you call a home. Despite Eminent Domain's best efforts, no less, we pledge a safe spot in our coming vault to you and the other families should the worst come to pass. We recommend you not see this as giving up your homes, but rather giving us the opportunity to remodel them for an uncertain future. Lawyers to confirm that this letter will not be legally binding. So Cassie's not a good person. Okay. Draft. Dinner. Calvert! Professor Calvert from the Great Game from, Point Pleasant. Hugo and I were delighted to join you for dinner last week. That explains why this gives me Point Pleasant vibes. Hugo and I were delighted to join you for dinner last week. Hugo has not been able to stop gushing about the ideas you shared on your current projects. He wants me to tell you that he finds these types of visionary pursuits to be a true inspiration to him, especially as he seeks a spot on the board. That aside, you should know that Hugo and I have very little patience for games. Shunning dear old Desmond from the invite list was quite the faux pas. Think of the things we could do if we only put our minds together. As you may have heard, our sights have recently that note there is kind of distracting. Have recently set west with. Hugo has asked me not to continue. I suppose Calvert angered him more than I thought. Calvert and Desmond being mentioned here. What was it called? Draft press release. For over 50 years, Stoll's Industries has been a proud leader in export management and a shining beacon of international brand intermediary consultation. America's greatest brands and products have found their way to shelves abroad thanks to the exceptional business-minded leadership of Mr. Hugo Stolz and his beloved business partner, Miss Cassidy Stolz. The duo is pleased to announce a permanent residency in the United States as part of a larger effort for more direct collaboration with its closest partners, such as draft completion pending sign from holdouts. They mentioned Desmond and Calvert. Why is it telling me to go in here? Oh, to go down those stairs. Okay.
I felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Oh, my dear Cassie. What are we gonna do?
Oh, look at little Minnie. He has a comrade. Comrade Chubbs. Are you communist? Of all the bears they could have given him, they gave him Comrade Chubbs. Thank you. I'm supposed to be doing the main quest. The last note I'm going to read. Okay. Cassidy, my dear friend, I am forever grateful for the chance to exhibit my work at the New Orleans Museum of Art, largely thanks to your generous donation, which has funded the most difficult to source materials for my pieces. As you know, let me mute him up. As you know, the majority of materials I use have to be shipped to me by my family, as I am unable to find them myself here in the States. The exhibition opens in 2 weeks, and I would be so honored if you could attend the opening ceremony, to see my art, and to give me a chance to express my gratitude in person. Please find the attached tickets for opening night with all the details. Yours truly, Catherine. So now I have to try to think, is Catherine also an important person? I don't know. Okay, don't read any of that. We'll explore.
What would Cassie do?
We'll explore all this later. I don't want this to be like a 9-hour quest. I met the overseer, Hugo, and it turns out everyone is a ghoul in Vault 63. I agreed to do some freelance work, but I first need to be vetted by security and retrieve a situation report. I should go speak with the head of security, Oberlin.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. Anything I can look at for you today? Any signs of the condition?
The condition.
I miss research and science and discoveries and news.
How's it going out there?
I miss how it was before.
Looking for someone?
Yeah, kinda.
As if things weren't bad enough. Now we have to keep an eye on an outsider.
You have beautiful skin. It's
Telling someone they have beautiful skin is also unsettling, but we'll ignore that.
Hopefully Daniel will report in soon.
Daniel.
Been expecting you.
That's good. You don't mind. I mean, what's yours is mine, right? Fellow vault dwellers.
Hopefully Daniel will report in soon.
Yeah, I think that's meant to be a Fabergé egg, but it's a Deathclaw egg.
No
Been
reason
expecting
to think
you.
it won't keep lasting.
All right.
James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider?
I don't want to call them all out for being ghouls. I fought these things called the Lost, and it caught Hilda's attention.
And you were able to dispose of them. Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you can fill me in on your history.
Ooh, do I get all of my options again? That's not a lie. I guess it is a lie. That ties into the main quest where you have to pretend to be pretend to be someone. I am not the Vault's overseer. No, I'm not a wandering minstrel. I'm just a raider looking for my next score. Plus 12 strength. I'm the one who's here to solve all your problems. Or I was a dweller in Vault 76. Well, truth is, I'm a wandering wasteland minstrel.
Cute. This was a test, and you just failed it. Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival. Vault dweller from 76, capable of dispatching Lost, and apparently a clown. Listen, I know a dog and pony show when I see one. I couldn't talk Mr. Stoltz out of this if I tried. Take my status report and run along. We'll be working together soon. So expect that attitude of yours to shape up. Dismissed. Unless there's any pressing questions that need answering.
I just want to clarify, I'm not a clown. I'm a traveling, wandering minstrel. Different class. Would you mind answering some questions?
Fine. It's only fair that you're briefed on our situation.
Who are the Lost?
Our former friends, family, neighbors. An accident some decade back led to their creation. Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion on further details. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Communication is impossible. Do not hesitate to strike first.
Okay. I do want to say this, but I have a charisma plus 6. If I'm going to be fighting these things, I need to know more.
Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm, though we're still not sure how. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time you want to shake their hands. Again, the rest is classified.
Is Stolz one of those Lost?
That is correct to a degree. Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the Lost. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps a bit. Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cooler gossip. I believe I've answered your question. Mr. Stoltz can explain the rest.
Well, I want to ask you something else.
That's fine. What is it?
Is everyone in Vault 63 a ghoul?
63's construction had fallen behind due to its lofty and ambitious size. This left our population exposed to extreme levels of radioactive fallout after the bombs fell. Those of us that survived the exposure ended up like this. But working with us so-called ghouls won't be a problem, will it?
No, I'm just asking. Sorry.
Understood. Anything else?
What is with the crazy storm in the sky?
Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control.
Okay, there was a weather control device research being done at Fort Atlas. I don't remember who the guy was, but someone was working on weather control devices at Fort Atlas before the war. A weather control device? Seriously?
I'm afraid that's outside your clearance level. Classified.
Alright, I have no more questions.
Good.
I'm all set. Thank you, sir.
That's more like it.
You know I'm reading
Is
that.
there a reason you're loitering in my office?
Yes, I'm reading. Listening.
Oberlin Report S10.03. Internal issues. As well as the concerns raised previously, there have been several new complaints that have been added to the list. We're doing what we can, but we're having to prioritize and spread thin. External issues. Scouts report the storm is growing. The eye of the storm seems to be above the manor. Land outside the manor seems to be severely damaged. Unsure if it's the storm or something else that caused it. Strange things are happening to the flora outside. The area around the manor is effectively a dead zone. Areas nearby seem to be corrupted. Other issues. An alarm was tripped in one of the locked-off sections and was cut shortly after. Doesn't seem like it was the Lost that tripped it. Monitoring the situation. Oberlin, out. What are you planning, Stoltz?
Oberlin's personal terminal with a wow, for security, this has only got a 0 on it. Security report, 5 days since the accident. Took a few days of hard fighting, but I know I said I wasn't going to read anything, but I feel like his terminals and stuff would tie into the actual quest I'm doing, so I will read these. I took a few days of hard fighting, but we've managed to secure all entrances to the atrium. For now, it's looking more and more likely that we're the only ones left. I suppose that makes sense, as the atrium was the only part of the vault ever completed on schedule. Everyone else is, I don't know how to even explain it. It's not as though they've gone feral. It's something entirely different. It's like they're in there somewhere, terrified, enraged, lost. Everyone but Mr. and Mrs. Stolz, that is. They returned a day or so after the incident. I have no further comment in that regard. As for the rest, the plan is to try pushing them toward locked down portions of the tram tunnels. God willing, we may be able to return to other sectors of the vault in due time. The rookies. Had to break the rookies, Barnes and Peters, apart again today. They're both still harboring grudges about the first scrap. Over rations of all things. You'd think the increased share from joining the guards would lower the tension. But we have to keep pulling them apart. Selfish. Both of them. There's no room for this crap in such an enclosed space. Vault morale is going to suffer. I'll put them both at the top of the list for surface detail. Old army trick. Force them to cover each other's asses in live combat. Should get them to bury the hatchet. And maybe buy the vault a few minutes of peace while they're gone. Or kill each other, or not save each other. Missing or theft. I've gotten a report that a copy of the weather machine's plans have been improperly removed from the meteorology sector. Coincidentally, both Ignatius and Marx have gone missing. I'm going to assume Iggy, these are just name drops all over the place, is aiming for an early retirement plan, probably looking to trade in for a pile of chems from some outsiders up north. I believe Marx has left in pursuit of the least likely to succeed nepotism nutcase. Though the possibility that they're collaborating cannot be ruled out, I hope she returns safely. After Gibson went dark on his little field trip for Stoles, more MIA researchers and the last thing we need right now. Okay. One more thing to read before we head out. Security Incident 382. Fight in the communal area. It involved R. Barnes and L. Peters. Incident description. R. Barnes and L. Peters were discovered while engaged in a physical confrontation in the communal area of the atrium. The fight was broken up quickly as security were dispatched to separate them both. We interviewed witnesses, and it seems they were arguing over a piece of food going missing. Barnes proceeded to throw the first punch, hitting Peters square in the jaw, sparking the altercation. Residents said that Peters was seen throwing Barnes over the railing of the second floor down to the first floor, landing on the coffee table below. Action taken. Barnes and Peters were both detained and questioned. Both parties were taken to the clinic to be checked over by the doctor. Barnes is going to be moving to another floor of the vault and will be receiving anger management therapy. Peters will be made to clean up the mess they made in the communal area. Note: both of these individuals may be good recruits for the security team in the near future. Keep their names on file. And we just read that he did recruit them both. Well, you didn't do a good job. I stole all your stuff. I read your private terminal. I'm leaving.
Do so much good around here. It's refreshing. You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know,
Oh, I'm going back to Stoles. I was like, what am I doing? I got the situation report holotape from Oberlin, but it looks like I pissed him off. Oh well, I should report back to Hugo and deliver the report.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Don't you be starting to change things.
Ah, you've returned.
We got system and
I've just been thinking on some things.
I got the report from Oberlin.
Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains?
Well, you've really been talking to Calvert, haven't you? Because he is nothing but a brain at the moment. Intelligence plus 10. In a sense, we observe and process the world through our brains.
Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist?
It's a fascinating subject, but why bring this up now?
Oh, of course. We've only just met. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded. Well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so.
Intelligence plus 10. Based on the lost, or 10 plus, whatever. Based on the lost behavior, there must be more than this. More to this than your blindness. Man, I can't read.
A scientist, are you? Just like my Audrey and little Hilda. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated differently than others. Perhaps it was my proximity to... Oh, never mind, B. This sort of talk is dreadfully boring. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us.
What makes me so uniquely equipped?
Do not sell yourself short. You are clearly skilled in combat, seasoned by the world above, and knowledgeable on vaults. You're going to face a variety of challenges in future tasks, but I'm confident we've found the person for the job.
Well, I'm here to help, Hugo. Just tell me what's next.
Thank you. That truly means the world to me. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to walk you through the other. Take a moment to relax and process. Speak with either of us when you're ready to hear the details. And once again, I cannot contain my excitement in having you on board. Willkommen im Team, mein Freund.
The new animals up there. Anything good reading?
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better?
And we got 2 quests, Between the Lines and Housekeeper for Hire.
I could use some help over here.
I know.